electricity in this building.
We take what we want.
Click. Oh, click.
Welcome to OVW.
Hello everyone and welcome to the world famous Davis Arena at what is quite possibly the biggest week in the company's history. But guys, it's a big night of action as well.
That's right. Former friends, now bitter enemies. Grudge match extreme here tonight between Star Rider and Will Austin. But Josh, that's not all.
No, it is not. The Destroyers look to try to regain the OVW Tag Team Championships from the Overmen, Luke Curtis and Joe Mack.
Well, folks, we're going to see that championship match just a little bit later on, but right now, let's go ahead and take a peek at what's made this week so big for us. That is the premiere of Wrestlers on Netflix, featuring OVW, roster, staff, and everything in between. Take a peek behind the curtain like never before. Go ahead and take a peek at the trailer and see what you're missing.
OVW is the little engine that could. You get outside of WWE and AEW, the best wrestling in America is taking place right here. Al is one of the best wrestling minds, but you know what? Al's not the best with money.
I've spent 40 years making a name for myself in this business. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let anybody ruin it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Cedarburg, Wisconsin, he is the OVW Rush Division Champion, Cal HERRO.
Cal HERRO, Wisconsin's favorite son and the OVW Rush Division Champion, jitterbugging his way down to the ring after a huge win at Hard Reset.
Well, Cal HERRO pulling off an impressive victory over Adam Revolver and retaining that Rush Division Championship.
His eyes seem to be back to normal here.
And his opponent from Green Bay, Wisconsin, he is the 80s baby, TW3.
Cal HERRO, a young kid, heals a lot quicker than somebody old like myself, and back to 100% hopefully here tonight.
Yeah, I saw the doctor got one of those Meyer healing salves, put it right into his eyes, and he's been good to go ever since.
Good to go, still relative to go, guys. You know he's not anywhere near 100% visually, still having issues, and we saw that backstage. But going in against, especially going against TW3, a man who knows Cal HERRO so well, has been there since the beginning of his career.
Oh, you're not wrong. Cal HERRO and TW3 have a long and storied history, you know, running up and down the roads, coming up through Wisconsin together. You see the show of respect from these two. The Midwest ace has been watching Cal since he was a young man breaking in.
He's also been watching Cal rocket up the rankings here in OVW, becoming OVW Rush Division champion multiple times. You got to think TW3 from the same state wants the same taste of success that Cal Hero has found here in OVW.
I mean, not even a week ago, though, Cal Hero got put through hell by the genius overman, Adam Revolver. And you got to wonder, with everything that happened in that match, how is that going to affect his performance against TW3 here tonight?
Can Cal Hero be 100% after that mace to the eyes? Josh, you said medical staff attended to him. They did everything they could. But again, you know that doesn't just go away, especially when you're visually impaired. It takes time.
Well, you know, and you're absolutely right. You don't just heal from an injury in the span of a week. You can get better. You can get back to almost 100%, but still there are going to be things that bother you about it.
And TW3, when he knows Cal Hero inside and out, has known him for over a decade, knows all the tricks of the trade. You got to think makes him a dangerous opponent for Cal Hero in this state specifically.
Well, what I hope is that TW3 doesn't respect the fact that those eyes haven't healed. I hope he takes advantage of it and does something to just, I mean, there's a target right there on the face of Cal Hero.
So just to break this down to the minutia, you want him to go for the eyes.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
An illegal maneuver.
I mean, it depends on if the referee's looking.
Look, here's the thing, okay? That sounds like advice that I would have been giving back in the day. And while it's not wrong, it's certainly unsportsmanlike and not something that TW3 would even remotely put into his wheelhouse.
And that's why I worry. He's too good.
Nope, TW3. Cal up and over here. No, side headlock takedown. Back and forth, guys, like a pendulum here. These two just know each other so well, having everything scouted. Ooh.
Look at that, Cal. T-Dub keeping that shoulder off the canvas. Cal with the wherewithal to try to push the arm down.
Though these men do have great respect for one another, neither of them want to be out here for any longer than they need to be, trying to get this match over as quick as possible.
Well, we're not paid by the hour. Hang on, a little bit of reversal of the Irish whip there. T-Dub goes up and over and catches Cal with that side headlock takeover.
And he whipped him with that one.
Just so back and forth here, guys. Now, Josh, let me ask you, you've not seen any of these guys really coming out the gate swinging here. It's been very trepidatious, just because they know each other so well. You don't want to make
10-cent word if there ever was one, but God.
They come from a man who doesn't have 10 cents in his pocket. But Josh, is that because they know each other so well and don't want to make a mistake?
Oh, without a doubt. You know, this is one of those situations where Cal has watched T-Dub for years and years coming up. He knows T-Dub's offense, but it's a double-edged sword, man. T-Dub has watched Cal from the moment he started training up until this point. You've got to think they both have each other very well scouted, and that's showing here in the ring tonight.
It has been back and forth 100% of the time. No man with a distinct advantage so far.
Just a stalemate. Back going to get this side headlock takedown. Hopefully you guys didn't have a side headlock takedown drinking game out there, or you guys would be pretty far in pretty early on. But these guys, again, just taking no risks because they know the other one's just waiting to capitalize.
I should try that sometime. What a drop kick out of Cal. TW3 rocking. Cal goes for the scoop and a slam.
Hold on. Hold on. Did TW3 just get... I think TW3 was trying to get out of the scoop claim and accidentally raked the eyes of Cal, and the ref's asking him about it.
Well, you had his hand running through the eyes of Cal Hero there. Cal, again, still a little bit of inflammation. Hang on, T-Dub's trying to make the apologies here.
Oh, Cal not having any of it.
Did Cal just paintbrush TW3? I mean, I am proud of TW3 for finally doing the right thing here.
Look at T-Dub, though.
TW3 looking offended. You saw that demeanor change. What the hell is going on with TW3 now?
Oh, kick right to the spine, and normally TW3 does a little dancing after that. T-Dub with that maybe disrespect. You know, he came in concerned about Cal.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. I mean, you saw him concerned, trying to talk it out. But now, after being... hit in the face by Cal, it would be inadvertently. TW3 now lit up.
Call it inadvertent all you want. He's taken full advantage of it, and I say kudos to TW3 finally doing the right thing.
TW3, despite how he did it, he's in control of this match right now. Cal Hero, Rush Division champion, really? No.
T-Dub charged in. Cal moved out of the way.
Out of the way, TW3 gingerly reapproaches him, but...
TW3 holding that nose, may have fractured it on that top buckle.
Cal now fighting now, going shots to the midsection. You got to think you might be swinging blind a little bit there, though, guys. I mean, the sweat starts getting in your eyes, and the allergies start reacting up from that spray from before. I mean, it's a dangerous combination.
Clothesline out of Cal, back elbow now. Cal starting to rock and roll, Steve.
I've seen that reversal before from one of the best. Huge slam. Cal HERRO now seems angry.
Cal HERRO coming alive, that intensity coming alive.
Little flip, flop, and fly, daddy.
Beautiful bionic elbow there from Cal, looking for that fanny pack knee on TW3.
Takes out T-Dub with that FPK.
Picking up the win, Cal HERRO.
Here is your winner, Cal HERRO.
Guys, I'll tell you, the match started off with respect, but by God, it ended with a fight. Standing tall, your Rush Division champion, Cal HERRO.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
America, home of the free. Free is our favorite word. Like free refills. We get it. That's why at Morgan & Morgan, our fee is free. That means you don't pay anything unless we win your case. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
It's free.
And now, the OVW Money Move of the Week, sponsored by Gary C. Johnson.
That Screech combo there from Haley O. Double super kick. PJ Jones. Oh, get the taste of the Screech.
Two-piece and a biscuit right to the face of PJ.
Oh.
That was the OVW Money Move of the Week, sponsored by Gary C. Johnson. We go for the money. All of the money.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Miami, Florida, the future, Will Austin.
Will Austin calls himself the future, but right now his future holds a friend turned foe in Star Rider.
He is far from the only one that calls himself the future. We all know it. You just need to get with the net, Brian.
And his opponent from the great beyond, the Star.
Oh my God, Star Rider! Not even waiting to hear his name for the bell to ring, his hands to face.
Well, Star Rider, with weeks and weeks and almost months at this point of built-up frustration.
Well, even
Will
when they
Austin.
were teammates, they were seemingly at each other's throats the entire time.
And this is the type of Star Rider that I like to see. Star is fired up.
My God, what aggression.
This is the Star Rider we saw in the first ever scaffold match in OVW history, a multi-time Rush Division champion.
And look at that, Will Austin pulling the referee in the way.
Oh, but then using that middle rope, hanging up Star Rider.
Brilliant counter there by the future Will Austin.
Referee's got to stay on her toes here. This is going to be very back and forth. You know Will Austin is going to be cutthroat. He's going to do whatever he can to pick up the win here.
Well, the OVW faithful letting them know what they think of him, whether they're wrong or not.
You guys, here's the thing. These two were palling around with Manny Domingo for a while. They were successful as a trio. I mean, these two kept trying to one-up each other. And it was Will's ego that ultimately drove the wedge amongst all of them, and really, originally, Manny Domingo.
You're absolutely right. Will Austin believes he is the future, and like I said, a lot of people agree with him, but his teammates were not in too much agreement.
What an Irish whip. Star Rider almost bent in half, getting shot into that buckle.
Now, Josh, let me ask you, how important is this win to Will Austin? When you are the factor that broke up a team, how important is it to you to get that win to justify your existence?
Well, you just said it right there. It's justifying it in his head. Will Austin truly believes that he is in the right, and a win here tonight would solidify that for him. However, Star Rider wants to prove to Will once and for all that he was not the best member of that group. He was the catalyst for it all falling apart.
Oh, that's press from Star Rider, and Josh, I think you're absolutely right.
And by mollywopping him, he's gonna do that.
Oh, nobody home there. Will Austin grabbing the back of the mask. Might as well be a handful of hair.
You're not wrong whatsoever, Brian. And the thing about that, when you're wearing a mask and you're going out there, someone starts getting a hold of it. Not only are you at a disadvantage, but that mask covers your eyes at that point. you might not be able to see what's going on. You can't breathe, you can't hear.
You wear that mask in the ring and you accept all the responsibility that comes along with anything that can happen to you while wearing it.
God, I wish you'd wear a mask sitting next to me at the desk, but that's beside the point.
All right, at least take a breath, man. Oh, Will Austin now going right after Star Rider, middle of the ring, right to that side headlock. Oh, Star Rider back up down in the corner. Now, Steve, we were just talking about the attitude we saw coming out of TW3, that aggression. This whole thing started with these two trying to beat TW3 and beat each other's time. They used them as a measuring stick.
Well, I'll tell you what, beyond the personal transgressions that have gone on between everybody, the vibe in this arena, after everything that has gone on with the docuseries and all that, everybody coming at it with extra fire, including Will Austin here.
Will Austin definitely bringing the fire there to Star Rider.
Now, Josh, you've been here a very long time. Hold on. Will, go for that. Oh, my God.
Brainbuster right into the knee.
Star somehow gets the shoulder up at 2. It's a miracle. Star Rider kicking out an instinct. I have no idea how he got the shoulder up there. Will, seemingly frustrated, guys. Look at the look on his face. He thought that was it.
Well, I mean, it should have been. That was an absolutely devastating brainbuster right on the knee.
Now, Josh, let me ask you, you've been on the receiving end of cheers, you've been on the receiving end of boos. If you're Star Rider and you've been booed out of this building for months, how much of a whiplash is it when they start chanting your name again?
I mean, yeah, it can really throw you off your game at first when you come through the curtain, but once you step into the ring, you are focused on your opponent on the other side, and right now, Star Rider laser focused on Will Austin.
Goes for the double stomp.
Big sling blade, nearly has it stopping.
Hold on, Will with a handful of tights there, Brian.
I think you're seeing some desperation coming out of Will Austin. Good God, you saw a lot come out of Will Austin after that.
What a drop kick! Shoots Austin back into the corner. He just Dr. Stranged him.
Are you sure that was a drop kick or was that a cannonball in a Star Rider outfit? Good Lord.
Will Austin brilliantly rolls to the outside of the ring. Great defensive wrestling there.
Hang on. Up and over goes Star Rider.
Star throwing caution to the wind, going to hell for leather to make Will Austin pay here.
Using his body as a weapon and now headed towards the top rope.
Well, hang on. Star goes up top. Star Killer!
Stomping out the competition, quite literally.
Your winner, Star Rider!
Star Rider picks up a huge win, guys, and how gratifying has that have to be for the star of the show to pick up a win over the man who made his life hell for the last few weeks.
Without a doubt, finally shutting up Will Austin is Star Rider.
I don't know if anything can shut up Will Austin, but come the hell on!
Oh, Will Austin just tried to kick a field goal right in between Star Rider's legs.
Right in the twinkle, twinkle, little star. The future dropped. The masked superstar.
Will Austin showing you who the kind of man he is, showing you his character. That's a man he used to call his friend, guys.
Far from friends, obviously now.
Oh, Will Austin, that's sore loser, man. That's a sore loser.
Oh, hold on. Manny Domingo.
What the hell's he doing?
Standing up for his friend, standing up for Star Rider, not letting Will.
Oh! And Austin once again with a low blow, using the rope for leverage this time.
What a absolute coward.
What a scumbag.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
And now, the Wix Pizza Rewind.
Bodies flying all over the Davis Arena here.
What the hell is DEGET Bundlez doing out here?
DEGET Bundlez tripping up Eric Darkstorm.
They're looking to pick the bones.
Oh, Star Killer, that is it.
is the Wix Pizza Rewind. Wix Pizza on Baxter Avenue and Hikes Lane in Louisville.
What an amazing night, huh? Last night, all of us, all of you, OVW premiered around the world on Netflix. Wrestlers is out and it is live, and I came out here to say thank you to each and every one of you, the faithful. You made it possible. All of you and all of you at home made it possible. Wrestlers has been trending on Twitter for literally 24 hours. Wrestlers was literally on the Today Show in one of their segments about what to watch today. Wrestlers has had a 4-star review from Variety, from Forbes, from the Wall Street Journal, and the New York Times.
Hold on. What the hell is Jack Vaughn doing out here?
What the hell is this? Sitting on my sheet. Nope.
Jack Vaughn wasn't even scheduled to be here this week.
Al, I understand you have to be a good company man and come out here and thank everyone for Wrestlers on Netflix and all that good stuff, but I have a bigger issue to discuss here today. Now, I'm gonna need some assistance, so I'm gonna need all 4 eyes over there at the commentary table to come over here. I guess I gotta be more specific. The dumb one. Stevie, get over here.
Okay, all right. I guess I'm the dumb one.
Narrowed it down.
All right, fair enough.
Josh, I really thought I was gonna be the dumb one.
I'm sorry, I thought your name was the Veteran, not the Wet Blanket.
Hold this for me. Make sure everyone can see it. Now, Al, as we can see here, we have the top 10 contenders for my OVW Heavyweight Championship. But I have some issues with this list. The #1 contender, we have old groundskeeper Willie himself, Crixus. The man you can't even understand without subtitles in a normal conversation. #2 I'm particularly upset about because it's the heavyweight championship and you put Cal HERRO, a prepubescent child, at #2. #3 we have Luscious Lawrence. Let's be honest. If Lawrence gets a shot at the heavyweight championship, would he even make it here, or would he be too busy admiring his own butt in a Planet Fitness mirror? #4, we have Tony Evans. And at #5, we have Adam Revolver. Now, honestly, instead of Adam, why don't we just put Shannon the Dude, because he's the one that actually wins all of Adam's matches.
You do have a point there.
#6, Eric Darkstorm. Here's what I'll say about Eric. He is just as good of a rapper as he is a wrestler. The problem is that he sucks at rapping. #7, Omar Amir. Is that the same Omar Amir that I walked into the doors of OVW for the first time and almost immediately beat for this heavyweight championship? That Omar Amir? And rounding out the bottom 3, we have Cash Flow. Tony Gunn. And last but not least, Shira. The 3 men, hold it up higher. The 3 men that I beat single-handedly in one match at Hard Reset this past Saturday. If any of these men get to the #1 spot, it's just gonna be a cycle of them getting to the top and losing again. Now, I'm gonna switch gears just a moment, Al. As you can see, there is not one legitimate challenger to the OVW Heavyweight Championship. But, as the OVW Heavyweight Champion, that makes me the #1 contender for the OVW National Heavyweight Championship.
You are correct.
And I came out here to get that match.
So you're saying you want a match with Jesse Goddard's, the OVW National Heavyweight Champion.
That's exactly right.
As #1 contender to that title, being the heavyweight champion, I agree. I would love to see you face Jesse Goddard for the National Heavyweight Championship.
You hear that, folks?
But you know what? I think you forgot on your rankings, there's another champion who's a #1 contender to you.
Hold on.
Cal?
We know that music, Josh.
That we do. The Country Boy Brewery Kentucky Heavyweight Champion, Princesa.
And the song that reverberates through the heart of everyone in Scotland. Their boy coming to the U.S. and becoming champion.
Let me tell you something, Jack. You should have stuck to making TikTok videos and stupid little lists. This right here means I'm #1 contender. You don't need to worry about Jesse boy, because the War Machine is coming for you.
Princesa not mincing his words, Josh. You didn't need subtitles for that one.
No, without a doubt, Princesa making it well aware to Jack Vaughn and everyone else that he's coming for his head.
Looking for pops? Miso's got 'em! Looking for Marvel, DC, anything in between? Miso's got it! Is one game room not enough for ya? How about 2? Looking for your Cosmic or Mythic Legions? Barnyard Commandos? Madballs? Miso's got it! The city's largest selection of paints and brushes for your gaming miniatures. Miso's got it! Miso's got everything! Spin on down with the rest of the honorary outrunners to Miso's Game Room and Collectibles. Why? 'Cause Miso's got it!
And now, the OVW Gorilla Bob's Grub Shack Attack of the Week.
De Niro putting that glove on that we've seen him use, and look at this. Princesa goes for the O'Connor.
Evans able to kick. Oh! Are you serious? Jay De Niro with that right hand.
There's no might be. Crixus out like a light. Oh.
That was the OVW Gorilla Bob's Grub Shack Attack of the Week. It's love in your mouth.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Crystal and Katie, he is Ryan Von Rocket.
guys ever wonder what he's yelling at the camera on the way to the ring?
No.
Well, whenever the cameraman needs to either get out of his way or get closer to him.
Ryan Von Rockit, former OVW heavyweight champion, country world tech heavyweight champion, tag team champion, he's done it all. And now he's got Katie and Crystal, which...
This guy lives and breathes rock and roll.
I thought that was the name of the girls with him, Rock and Roll.
I don't think so. Ryan Von Rockit, though, has been known to change a name or two in his time. Right now, holding the ropes, though, and guys, Ryan Von Rockit, he just has that electric, captivating aura that Crystal and Katie Gannon, they just found themselves gravitating towards immediately.
All that glitter, how many pixies died?
And his opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, the Hustler, DEGET Bundlez.
Now, a man who doesn't care for rock and roll music, and it's not like he's looking to make any good friends right now. DEGET Bundlez, guys.
Well, I mean, look at Ryan Von Rockit. How can you not be into rock and roll music with everything that he's surrounded himself with? How can you not?
DEGET Bundlez, a man who forgoes the pageantry. He doesn't care about anything but getting in there, getting the job done, and getting to the pay window. Except for Josh, he seems to care a lot about Eric Darkstorm right now.
Well, DEGET Bundlez has a grudge. He's got an axe to grind with Darkstorm, and honestly, I'm still not sure why. Like, we've gotten slight, hints here and there, but
we have way more questions than answers,
yeah,
Josh. I have
no
no idea what is happening between the two of them in the slightest. And they're not giving up any information. We've asked backstage. We tried to get around. Nobody knows anything.
No one seems to know what's going on between DEGET Bundlez and Eric Darkstorm, former OVW Tag Team Champions here. The Dark Clouds.
Here's the thing, guys. DEGET Bundlez normally a really jovial kind of guy. And I would have bet dollars to donuts back in the day he would have hit on both of those women as they left the ring. But DEGET Bundlez come back with a new attitude, a new outlook, as it seems.
Well, jovial might not necessarily be the right word, but he was a little more easygoing, especially compared to how he is now. Real tense, real tense inside the ring.
And Josh, let me ask you, when you undergo that sort of mental transformation, when you get in the mindset of DEGET Bundlez, do you get frustrated when you see a Ryan Von Rockit? You think he's taking it maybe less than seriously?
I mean, I wouldn't ever begin to comment on what it's like to be in the mind of DEGET Bundlez, but I can tell you this. There are times when the flip switches inside my brain, and I can tell you it's a scary thing. Anybody that's in front of you is a target in that moment.
Right now, DEGET Bundlez targeting that midsection or whatever he can get on Ryan Von Rockit. The ladies not too happy with what they're seeing there, Steve.
Well, how could they be happy? Their meal ticket, their partner in crime, I guess.
Sit down. You don't need to go over there. Sit down.
I'm willing to help them. I emotionally, physically, financially, I'll do what I can.
Big scoop slam there from DEGET Bundlez doing whatever he can.
I'm here for you, ladies.
What is wrong with you?
We don't have enough hours in the show for that. DEGET Bundlez, another big scoop slam to Ryan Von Rockit. Guys, this would be a huge win for DEGET to come back and pick up this second win after his comeback over a former heavyweight champion, over someone as decorated as Ryan Von Rockit.
DEGET Bundlez covered in body glitter, and look at this, Von Rockit goes right to the eyes to get out of the situation. Any port in a storm, eh?
Ryan Von Rockit, not the most, morally upstanding individual, taking shortcuts wherever he can.
Power slide by Von Rockit.
Big atomic drop there, got DEGET Bundlez on the reel. Hold on. Von Rockit looking to stomp that distortion pedal. Oh, hold on. Bundlez getting all of it there, then walking through is Ryan Von Rockit in control. Now look at the demeanor change from the ladies.
Now Von Rockit may be distracted. He may march to the beat of his own drum, but inside of this match right now, DEGET Bundlez is reeling.
Von Rockit trying to turn up the pace here, trying to crank up the heat. DEGET Bundlez reversal there, and hold on.
Steel Panther press out of Von Rockit.
Made a real Panther and very effective big crossbody there from Rockit, taking out DEGET Bundlez.
60% of the time, it's successful every time.
And now Von Rockit back in the driver's seat, but again, just so quickly DEGET Bundlez, handful of hair, turns it around.
Bundles taking a shortcut to get a little bit of an advantage here, or excuse me, get a little bit of a reprieve here.
Obviously, he can't see. His eyes filled with the glitter. All that gross body glitter Von Rocket's got on.
How many pixies got ground up so that Von Rockit could look like this every week?
Steve, I've seen your living room floor. It looks like a strip club. I don't know why you hate glitter so much.
I thought he lived at the strip club.
Temporary.
That's why it looks like it's
DEGET Bundlez in control of Ryan Von Rockit here, overpowering and over-wrestling Ryan Von Rockit right now. But can the Rockstar fight back into this? Oh, DEGET Bundlez shoots him off, goes for a big line, nobody home.
Again, I think DEGET Bundlez, I think he still has a little bit of glitter in his eyes, trying to feel around for where Von Rockit was, but Von Rockit getting taken down.
Bit of a switchblade variation there with the hands to the face. Maybe got a handful of eyes as well, but now DEGET Bundlez following through with that beautiful middle rope maneuver.
Brings Von Rockit all the way to the outside of the ring, and now his fans, we'll call them, there to help him at ringside.
And hold on, DEGET Bundlez backing down the associates of Ryan Von Rockit. What is Bundlez doing here? What is his game plan, backing down these women?
Well, DEGET Bundlez apparently doesn't seem to take too kindly, but look at this.
Dark Storm coming out looking like the, trying to reason with Bundlez. Bundlez right hand drops him.
Cheap shot, just sucker punching.
Right in
Eric
the jaw.
Darkstorm.
Used Katie as a shield into the sucker punch, but now Ryan Von Rockit capitalized off the distraction.
Here's your winner, Ryan Von Rockit.
Ryan Von Rockit picks up a huge win here. You gotta think, what the hell is going on with DEGET Bundlez and Eric Darkstorm?
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, the OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
America, home of the free. Free is our favorite word. Like free refills. We get it. That's why at Morgan & Morgan, our fee is free. That means you don't pay anything unless we win your case. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
It's free! The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Riley Matthews.
Riley Matthews coming off a big win at Hard Reset, her first pay-per-view win in her OVW career, Josh.
Yeah, Riley Matthews, she's got a lot of star potential there, Brian.
And her opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Jada Stone and Layla Gray. She is La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves.
That ring announcer seemed to have a certain tone in his voice that he needs to remove pretty quickly before these three women do something about it.
I think Eric Gorsh a little confused here. Riley Matthews actually facing Jada Stone, not La Princesa. But guys, let's talk about the history here. Just a few short weeks ago.
Her opponent.
Her opponent doesn't matter. Simmer down, calm down, everybody. I know it's hard to control yourselves when the bad girls are in the building. But tonight, we're gonna make this real short and sweet for you, Riley. Get it? Got it? Good.
These girls coming in with a bad attitude. Guys, here's the thing. They're all lovely, but they're more thorn than rose.
Ladies and gentlemen, her opponent, Jada Stone.
I don't like the attitude of any of the three of them. The way that they, well, okay, wait a second. them making fun of you on your birthday, that was fun. I enjoyed watching you get
I'm
humiliated.
telling you, I loved it.
That's
Time of my
beside the
life.
point. Oh, God.
Wasted.
That's
Oh, yeah, I
beside
was
the
into
point.
it.
The point is, Riley Matthews needs to have eyes in the back of her head tonight.
And that would have suited her well a couple weeks ago when these three women attacked her backstage and left her lane when Riley Matthews intended to tell Freya the Slayer what they had done about her wedding.
Riley Matthews out here all by her damn lonesome, whereas Jada Stone is flanked by the two other bad girls.
Well, she might be out here all by her lonesome, but she's a Philly girl. That means she's tough.
Roll up there, 2 count. Riley Matthews, guys, has been so impressive as of late. Has been fighting with purpose as of late. And hold on, beautiful maneuver. 2 count there on Jada Stone.
You know, if she's an Eagles fan, too, she might be my favorite lady in the women's locker room right now.
That's a weird last box to check, but I understand.
Philadelphia, she's from Philly. You know what? Never mind. It's a whole thing. You missed that.
The only
one.
thing I know about Philly football is the garbage man that became a kicker. Jada Stone in control here. Oh, Riley Matthews able to get out of it.
Super kick from Riley. Don't take too much time, though. She needs to capitalize on this.
Oh, God.
Double knees right into the chest.
Jada Stone getting advice from her partners on the outside of the ring, but I don't know how much good it's doing right now.
I don't know how much is actually getting through to her.
Jada Stone crumbling in the corner and whip snapmare out. And then beautiful drop kick from Riley Matthews, guys, really showing what she's got here.
Oh, but look at this. Now Layla Gray up on the apron with the distraction. And the numbers game.
Riley should have known better than to get involved with the two on the outside of the ring, but
Jada Stone now showing some teeth, showing some fangs, Steve.
lack of experience there on Riley's part. Now Jada Stone picking her apart.
Not just picking her apart, picking a limb and continuing to apply the pressure. Has chosen those legs as her point of attack.
Now looking to do more damage to that knee.
Referee trying to get in the way. Tell her to get inside the ring here.
Referee trying to instill some authority.
Oh, hold on. Oh, and Layla Gray doing the damage right off camera there.
Tiffany was following up with a shot as well while the referee was distracted. You just can't watch all three women at the same time. And I told you earlier, they are beautiful, but they are more thorn than rose, and they are ready to prick whoever gets in their way.
Oh, and now just trying to hyperextend that knee, using that bottom cable for leverage there.
Riley Matthews in a very, very bad spot. The tendons in that knee, serious damage could have been done, and I don't think that these bad girls are letting up in the slightest.
Not at all. Jada Stone, dropping Riley Matthews hard in the middle of the ring. And guys, Riley might be on borrowed time right now after the triple team attack throughout this matchup.
Now Jada kind of gloating a little bit here. But Riley blocks that shot, blocks another one.
Jada took too much time, allowed Riley to recover. Riley coming back alive now. Good Lord. Riley Matthews feeling that adrenaline, Josh. You see her shaking off that pain in the leg, and code breaker.
Jada Stone on Dream Street. Riley, she's got her hooked up.
Beautiful, beautiful brainbuster there, going for the pin. You still see her still favoring that leg, dragging herself over.
Well, and that's the thing, you can't get that leverage. You can't plant both feet and try to push to keep your opponent on the canvas.
Absolutely right, Josh. And Riley Matthews got to maneuver not just around Jada Stone, not just to win a ringside, but those hurt legs as well. Good Lord. The educated feet of Jada Stone, the spark becoming a full fire here. Again, look at Layla and Tiffany Nieves going right back to the legs and that steel beam.
Referee too busy chastising Jada Stone inside the ring.
But Riley pulls Layla directly into the ring post there.
Well, now Tiffany Nieves up on the apron. Riley taking her off.
Oh no, Riley, watch your back.
Oh, good Lord.
Wildfire out of Jada. That's it.
Here is your winner, Jada Stone.
You might not like their attitudes, but the bad girls of OVW have found a way to pick up win after win after win. Jada Stone going to the winner's pay window tonight.
The future looking bright for these three women, but you gotta wonder what's next. Oh, hold on.
What is Nefertiti doing out here? Who the hell is? What the hell is she doing out here? backing the Bean Girls down, but who is this?
I have no idea.
Whoever it is, the Bad Girls want nothing to do with her.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Your former OVW Tag Team Champions just losing the gold a few short days ago at Hard Reset. And guys, you gotta think that taste of defeat still fresh in their mouth.
Invoking the rematch clause here tonight in our main event. The Destroyers looking to take out the Overmen and reclaim their OVW Tag Team Championship.
Josh, you know these men incredibly well. Are they ready?
Without a doubt. Have seen enough, Brian.
The Destroyers overwaiting for the Overmen. Jumping the gun and attacking Joe Mack and Luke Curtis on the ramp.
Well, this is hardly fair. The Overmen were far from ready.
Who cares if they were ready or not?
I mean, they're born ready, but they were also far from ready.
The Destroyers want what they feel truthfully belongs to them back, and that is the OVW Tag Team Championships. Look at that wheel kick out of Zoe.
Nearly took off the head of the certified Luke Curtis.
Match has not even started yet because they're trying to get things organized. You got Joe Mack and Gnarl fighting on the outside, Zoe and Luke on the inside.
Luke tried to go for a bulldog. Zoe just throws him off and just squashes him right in the corner.
Zoe just so overpowered, got a head full of steam right now. The robe of Luke Curtis is finally up, but that still doesn't mean this match has started.
Joe Mack doing damage to Big Beef on the outside here. Referee Daniel Spencer trying to get some modicum of control.
Chaos all over the world-famous Davis Arena.
Again, this match hasn't even officially started. Good Lord, the Mack attack kick. Good Lord, taking down Big Zoe.
Big size 17 boot right in the teeth of the former OVW Tag Team Champion.
You know, a lot of bad blood between these two teams.
Joe Mack attacking Big Zoe in the middle of the ring now. Luke Curtis stomping away at Zoe. Big Beef now in, trying to save the day here, guys.
There you go, Beefy, get him.
Big Beef has a big beef with the new Tag Team Champions, and he is looking to squash it right now.
Now, those Tag Team Championships were the first taste of gold Big Beef has had here in OVW, guys. You gotta think how much the Destroyers want those championships back on. Hold on.
What's it?
Oh, the referee, Daniel Spencer, saying this match has been thrown out.
Daniel Spencer waving this off. Not able to get one in, one out from both teams to start this thing.
Can't even
what the hell is going on here?
Said he can't even get the match started, so we're going to throw this thing out. This was a championship matchup, a rematch from Hard Reset.
Hang on, Beef in the ring. He's got Luke set up for a suplex. Luke trying to fight it off. Zoe and Joe on the outside here just throwing leather, man.
These four men have not stopped since, before the match, obviously before the match even started.
Luke Curtis and Joe Mack got about 10 seconds to stand and preen at the top of the ramp before the Destroyers came after them.
Well, look how handsome they are. They deserve their time in the limelight.
These guys still fighting. These teams still just throwing everything at each other. Well, Reverend Daniel Spencer desperately trying to get control here.
Well, if this match is thrown out, by God, we need to get some people out here because I don't think any of these men feel like stopping.
Joe Mack now into the ring. Curtis goes for the ride. Double spine buster.
Luke Curtis, Joe Mack taking out both Destroyers with that huge wingspan.
Canadian muscle bringing down two super heavyweights.
They don't call him the Ontario Onslaught for nothing.
Mack just sizing up both men. So, super kick to the jaw. Oh my God, the flexibility.
Mack's own momentum used against him in that super kick. Destroyers now double teaming Mack, but now Luke Curtis back in the fray.
Luke trying to save his partner here.
Beef just throw Luke into the referee.
All four of these men still inseparable in the center of the ring. The referee's had enough.
Referee Daniel Spencer is irate. Officials out here now. Daniel Spencer pushed to the ground. Are you kidding me?
Security, referees, everyone out here trying to break this up.
This is broke down into a damn riot. This was supposed to be a tag team championship match.
Beef and Luke just trying to dig each other's eyes out.
Katie bar the door. This has turned into a Pier 6 brawl.
Beef swinging anything that moves. Luke Curtis jumping on Beef now. This is just an absolute melee.
Oh, Mack tried to get a choke in on Zoe.
I don't know. We might need to get more people out here. Brian, you need to get up there, try to separate them.
We might need to get the National Guard out here. This is ridiculous. This is broke down into sheer pandemonium.
Again, security, referees, bodies being flung all over the ring.
Literally, security being tossed from one fray to another. Good Lord, these men are just hitting, throwing anything that moves.
And nobody is relinquishing, by God. Okay, there we go. Thank you, the Overmen. Finally able to separate themselves.
This just turned into a fight, a knockdown, drag-out fight.
A melee. A melee here at the historic Davis Arena.
This rematch for the championships never officially got underway, so what does that mean?
They're clearly not done with each other.
Looking for pops? Miso's got 'em! Looking for Marvel, DC, anything in between? Miso's got it! Is one game room not enough for ya? How about two? Looking for your cosmic or mythic legions? Barnyard Commandos? Madballs? Miso's got it! The city's largest selection of paints and brushes for your gaming miniatures. Miso's got it! Miso's got everything! Spin on down with the rest of the honorary outrunners to Miso's Game Room and Collectibles. Why? 'Cause Miso's got it!
There's an electricity in this building.
We take what we want.
Click. Click.
Welcome to OVW.
Introducing first.
Hush. Cut the music. Right now. Hush. Hey, you pay attention to me at this ring, boy. Get these ropes. You get these ropes for a star, that's what I am. You're gonna treat me like it. Hush!
Brian, they're not hushing. I think we should kick them out.
You go right ahead.
I'm gonna kick them out. Hush.
Now get out of my shot. Hush! I'd ask if you can read, but I know the answer. Now, at hard reset, each and every one of you, each and every one of you at home, and everyone in the back, they watch me beat Crixus fair and square in the middle of this ring. And I still don't physically have my Country Boy Brewing Kentucky Heavyweight Championship around my waist. OVW management, I know you're watching me. I know your eyes are glued right here. You watch and you listen very closely. I'm running out of patience. I'm a very pissed off individual. Hush! You're gonna give me what I want. And Crixus, I know you're listening back there. Hush. You can set your sights on Jack Vaughn all you want, boy. But I'm not done with you yet. So I will continue to run through person after person on this roster until I get what I want. So if there's anybody back there tonight that's got a pair on them that wants a piece of superior Tony Evans, come get it.
Tony Evans not mincing his words, guys. A very confident Tony Evans.
An open challenge to anybody in the back, and oh my God.
And his opponent from Brookville, Indiana. They call him the Mammoth, Donovan Cecil.
Hey, you stop right there.
Donovan Cecil, again, he elicits that response from people, guys. Kentucky's strongest man, OVW Academy standout. Absolute monster.
I mean, Josh, we're all thinking it, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. When you see Donovan Cecil come walking towards you, there are very, very few thoughts that go through your mind that make any sense. Look at the size of Kentucky's strongest man.
Good God, this is an absolute behemoth. Tony Evans may have his work cut out for him. Well, that was an understatement. He will have his work cut out for him.
Jay De Niro playing the heavy there. You see standing in front of Tony Evans now, heading to the outside. Evans, a former Country Boy Brewing Kentucky Heavyweight Champion, but he has a massive test in front of him tonight.
You know, and think about this. You have Jay De Niro out here. Jay De Niro, the insurance policy of Tony Evans. You really ought to attribute the win this past Saturday at Hard Reset to Jay De Niro and not Tony Evans.
You're absolutely right, Josh. I mean, that win obviously has to have an asterisk next to it. Tony Evans picking up the win with the assistance from Jay De Niro.
He just sprinkled in a really, really effective 10%. I'd say it was 90%. The superior one, my God, the superior one is squashed flat as a pancake.
Just bulldozed into the corner, and those clubbing forearm blows to the side of the head.
It's like wrestling a bear with those, big paws upside the head. But here's the thing, guys. Jay De Niro, that insurance policy on the outside, only pays off if he gets his hands on big Donovan Cecil. And that's assuming Donovan Cecil doesn't put Tony Evans away like a quick lunch.
Look at this.
Oh, my God. Did you see that?
He just picked up and threw a grown man like he weighed nothing.
That is the strongest dude I've ever seen.
No one ever said Donovan Cecil has a beautiful moveset. He's just so powerful, so strong.
Are you comparing him to Russell Crowe? Was that where that was going?
No, I mean, he is a bit of a gladiator, but no, that's not what I was doing. Hold on.
Oh, and look at that. He just grabbed a hold of Donovan Cecil's beard, did Tony Evans, to try to get an advantage. But here comes Cecil.
Good Lord, big clothesline from Donovan Cecil, taking out Evans.
Murgatroyd. Oh!
Like having a small building just land on top of you.
A small building with a bad attitude. Guys, Donovan Cecil is just so vicious, and he's looking for that big win here in OVW. Tony Evans using whatever he can.
Hot shot by Evans.
No matter how big you are, the throat is still very, very vulnerable, but...
Tony?
So Dwight Schrute's school of attack, eyes, nose, and groin, but hold on.
Oh, hang on, what's De Niro doing on the outside? We've seen that glove before. Oh, backhand from Evans.
Brings him down to a knee, hits him right in the face.
But Cecil's back up.
Cecil back up. Tony Evans realized he might have just made a mistake here.
Donovan Cecil's got a hold of him, flings Evans into the corner, and now look at this. Just a single shot.
Good gravy. We have a pissed off mammoth in the center of the ring here at the world famous Davis Arena.
Here's the thing, Steve. I don't even think he's mad. He's just that freaking powerful. Jay De Niro out of nowhere.
But Jay De Niro right to the back of the skull of Donovan Cecil.
As quick as it happened, he's back on the floor, and now Tony Evans.
Oh, Cecil's out. Come on.
Here is your winner, Superior Tony Evans.
The insurance policy works out once again for the superior one, Tony Evans.
The investment of Jay De Niro continuing to pay dividends for Tony Evans, but guys, we got so much more action top to bottom here tonight.
You're absolutely right. We've got the genius of the Overmen. That's right, Adam Revolver will be in action tonight with Shannon the Dude by his side against the proprietor of the Chop Shop, Cash Flow.
Well, and we are also going to see another one of your Overmen in action here tonight as Omar Amir takes on Mahabali Shera.
Folks, it's all about the climb back up the OVW Heavyweight Championship ladder tonight. Cashflow versus Adam Revolver, Shera versus Omar Amir, Tony Gunn versus Eric Darkstorm. You're not going to miss a second of that action. You're also not going to miss a second of what just premiered yesterday on Netflix. I'm talking about Wrestlers. Take a peek into the world of OVW like never before right now. Go ahead and take a peek at the trailer.
OVW is the little engine that could. You get outside of WWE and AEW, the best wrestling in America is taking place right here. Al is one of the best wrestling minds, but you know what? Al's not the best with money.
I've spent 40 years making a name for myself in this business. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let anybody ruin it.
What's poppin'? It's the Blue Shadow West Baddie around, and I know that if you didn't catch our premiere of our new Netflix series, Wrestlers, you better watch tonight because there's a new superstar on the rising.
Oh, please. Superstar? Are you confused?
We're
real superstars here.
Right
here, La Princesa.
You guys are just a bunch of thieves.
What?
Thieves? You think I don't know that you went in my stuff?
What do we want?
You're
Yours.
just soccer routes.
What?
We're just
We don't
soccer
have no
routes.
soccer routes, but the only thing you are is a little hood rat.
Hood
We both know that.
Hood rat. If I'm a hood rat, why are you? You know what? It doesn't even matter. I'm gonna beat your ass without you tonight anyway.
Oh, she gonna beat you. She gonna beat me. Well, I guess then she don't need this after all.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, the OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
America, home of the free. Free is our favorite word. Like free refills. We get it. That's why at Morgan & Morgan, our fee is free. That means you don't pay anything unless we win your case. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. forthepeople.com.
It's free!
And now, the OVW Money Move of the Week, sponsored by Gary C. Johnson.
That Screech combo there from Haley. Oh! Double super kick. PJ Jones. Oh, get the taste of the Screech.
Two-piece and a biscuit right to the face of PJ. Oh.
That was the OVW Money Move of the Week, sponsored by Gary C. Johnson. We go for the money, all of the money.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Jada Stone and Layla Gray, La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves.
Well, Brian, would you look at that? They've crafted their own soccer rocks. How the ingenuity of these three.
I know it's hard for you to understand the mechanics of a soccer rock. It's not that hard to make, but clearly they stole that from Hollywood Haley J. Took it out of her gear bag. Something Haley J has not employed for quite some time, Josh.
No, something we haven't seen out of Haley J. Something that might be seeing her.
And her opponent from the streets. She is the OVW Women's Champion and the Bouchettoist Manny of OVW Hollywood. Haley J!
Just looking at a bit of tail of the tape, folks. We've been talking about wrestlers on Netflix. Josh, if you watched that, this time last year, Haley J was using that soccer rocks to beat down one Jada Stone. You gotta think, she remembers that, still bears the scars of that.
Listen, Haley, I'm gonna let you finish. But first of all, you are a fake. You say you represent the streets, but the only thing you represent is hillbilly OVW fans. Shut up. You see, I'm really from the Bronx. Right? So I'm gonna step to you and tell you, I got something you want, and you got something I want. So what you gonna do? Oop. And you can't have it.
Oh! Tiffany using that soccer rocks to create a distraction and then a cheap shot on Hollywood Haley J. But Steve, what do you think she was referring to?
I have no idea what these three are up to, but I can only imagine. Haley seems to be quite upset by it, though.
Test press there from Haley J. Had that soccer rock stolen. And Josh, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounded like Tiffany saying you can have the soccer rocks back if I can have a championship opportunity.
Oh, soccer rocks versus a championship opportunity. Yeah, no, keep it. I'll go grab a handful of gravel from behind the building and take one of your tube socks, Steve.
See, there you go. That's how you make it, Steve. It's not that hard. Haley J, though. Oh!
Oh, but look at that. These two, Jada and Layla, attempting to put the brakes on. Oh!
Not attempting to, did, and then again, Tiffany Nieves capitalizing off yet another distraction.
The champ in the corner right now, getting.
Oh, come on. She's using that soccer rocks to choke out Haley J while the referee is distracted. Are you kidding me?
Well, Haley's from the streets. She should be used to something like this. This is par for the course for her.
Tiffany Nieves, Josh, has taken shortcut after shortcut in a very short amount of time in this matchup.
Suplex taking down Haley J. And Tiffany just talking trash.
Tiffany been doing that a lot lately since her attitude shift out of nowhere. They've been palling around with Layla Gray and Jada Stone. And, oh! Just oceans of bad attitude and big suplex again there from Tiffany Nieves.
Tiffany right now taking it to the OVW Women's Champion. And now,
what are these three doing? There's a match going on, Tiffany.
Now hold on, Haley rolling her through here. Schoolgirl pin gets a 2 count. Nieves gets out.
Nearly had her with that surprise roll up.
Haley trying to get the head scissors. Nieves holding on. Tornado sidewalk slam.
Brilliant counter there by La Princesa. Nearly had the win.
A 2 count there. Now, Josh, clearly Nieves taking the soccer rocks, trying to leverage this into an opportunity. You saw talking to Haley. Is that a way to go about things? Is that something you would have done back in the day to try to skip the line?
No, not at all. No, I would try to find other shortcuts. I would try to find other ways, things that were more important to other people, threatening their families, taking their bank accounts, things like that to get what I would want. But Asaka Rocks, I mean, she's trying, but she's not successful at it because right now, all she's done is tick off the OVW Women's Champion.
You're absolutely right. And an angry Hollywood Haley J is a dangerous Hollywood Haley J. Pump kick there, taking out Nieves.
Haley J, who last teamed with her mother, the two-piece, and there is the biscuit right in the face. La Princesa down, but not out yet.
Two-piece and the biscuit, quite the popped eye there for Tiffany Nieves, and oh, gets that running Meteora. Layla Gray causing a distraction again. Haley J, though, turns back around. Betsy from Abigail.
Referee distracted on the outside by the spark, Jada Stone. Haley not able to get the pin.
Referee can't count the pin if she doesn't see it. The distraction of Jada Stone. And Josh, like we've said, you gotta have to eyes in the back of your head. Hold on.
Oh, no. Wait a second. Tiffany, that Saka rocks.
Tiffany Nieves, Saka rocks in the back of the head of Haley J. Multiple shots to the dome. Nieves getting ready to the evidence. Are you kidding me? Come on, no, come the hell on.
Haley out like a light.
Here is your winner, Tiffany Nieves.
Tiffany Nieves just beat the OVW Women's Champion with that damn Saka rocks.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Now, the Wix Pizza Rewind.
Bodies flying all over the Davis Arena here.
What the hell is DEGET Bundlez doing out here?
DEGET Bundlez tripping up Eric Darkstorm.
They're looking to pick the bones.
Oh, Star Killer, that is it.
That was the Wix Pizza Rewind. Wix Pizza on Baxter Avenue and Heights Lane in Louisville.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Atlanta, Georgia, Elusive Eric Darkstorm.
Darkstorm making his confident saunter down to the ring, guys. Looks like he's feeling confident here tonight. Ready for one-on-one competition against one of the strongest, one of the most vicious competitors in the OVW locker room. And guys, it's all about climbing the ladder in the OVW Heavyweight Championship division.
And his opponent from Jonesboro, Arkansas, the Arkansas Roughneck, Shotgun Tony Gunn.
Shotgun Tony Gunn, guys. The Arkansas Roughneck has not had the best week. Been put through a table. Lost his championship opportunity, but was not the one pinned. And you gotta think Tony Gunn is in a mood tonight. He is a man on a mission tonight.
I may not have caught the flash, but I'm gonna drink from it.
Over here.
Oh God, it's like ethanol.
I hear he uses it to get rust off his car sometimes.
Very good possibility.
Tony Gunn and Eric Darkstorm, guys. Again, the stakes can be higher if they open Morton's on Everest.
You and the Mortons.
I got a sponsorship. It's the opportunity to climb the ladder in the OVW Heavyweight Championship division. Oh, hold on. Give him the pinky, but guys, I think you know what he means.
Eric Darkstorm giving Tony Gunn the business. Might not be the best idea. Tony Gunn needs very little motivation to go in there and kick some ass.
The Arkansas Roughneck Tony Gunn now. Drinking whiskey and kicking ass, that's what he's good at.
Gunn taking down Eric Darkstorm, middle of the ring here. Josh, let me ask you, both these men, stakes so high. I mean, you gonna come out swinging in this? Or if you're Darkstorm or Tony Gunn, knowing you're in there, are you going to be more reserved? Pick your spots.
Well, see, that's where you'll see the difference between Shotgun Tony Gunn and elusive Eric Darkstorm. Darkstorm's gonna come out, get right in your face, hit and run, hit and run, hit and run, wear you right down. Gunn, a little bit more strategic. He's gonna take his spots when they come. He'll make openings for himself, where Darkstorm, he's just gonna bull right in and not give you a chance.
And Tony Gunn will pick you apart limb from limb if you let him.
Darkstorm overpowering Gunn there. Gunn, you're absolutely right, guys. Methodical, a strategic mind. One of the smartest wrestling minds we've seen inside Davis Arena, but Darkstorm got so much charisma, got so much chutzpah, and Josh, that gets you places. That gets you that extra level sometimes.
And there you see the sign of sportsmanship. That's the kind of person Tony Gunn is. That's the kind of person Eric Darkstorm is. Hey, look, you might punch me in the face. I'm gonna punch you back. And if we're both still conscious, I'll dap you up.
Gunn going for the legs. Darkstorm trying to jump some shots, and that little back and forth, little tay-to-tay there, guys. Now you see him kind of going for it, Josh. This quick pace, does that favor Darkstorm?
That quick pace, trying to overwhelm Gunn here, but Gunn, he's a veteran in this business, just like Darkstorm is. It's gonna take a lot to try to get him off his game. Darkstorm doesn't want to fall down the rankings for the OVW Heavyweight Championship, so you know he's gonna try to keep the pressure on.
You're absolutely right, and this is the closest Darkstorm has been to the OVW Heavyweight Championship to an opportunity. Tony Gunn, though, dying to get back up the rankings after he fears was unfairly losing at Hard Reset.
Tony Gunn
rolls through, Enziguri. Tony Gunn is in trouble.
Tony Gunn went through absolute hell last week at Hard Reset in an absolutely brutal four-way match.
Oh, kill shot out of freaking nowhere. What the?
And what? Just like that.
Oh, my God.
Your winner, Shotgun Tony Gunn.
Add magician to Tony Gunn's resume because he just pulled that rabbit out of a hat. Good Lord. What a kill shot.
Looking for pops? Miso's got 'em. Looking for Marvel, DC, anything in between? Miso's got it. Is one game room not enough for ya? How about two? Looking for your cosmic or mythic legions? Barnyard commandos? Madballs? Miso's got it. The city's largest selection of paints and brushes for your gaming miniatures. Miso's got it! Miso's got everything! Spin on down with the rest of the honorary outrunners to Miso's game room and collectibles. Why? 'Cause Miso's got it!
And now, the OVW Gorilla Bob's Grub Shack Attack of the Week.
De Niro putting that glove on that we've seen him use, and look at this. Crixus goes for the O'Connor.
Evans able to kick. Oh! Are you serious? Jay De Niro with that right hand.
There's no might be. Crixus out like a light. Oh.
That was the OVW Gorilla Bob's Grub Shack Attack of the Week. It's love in your mouth.
The following contest is Introducing first from Nassau, the Bahamas, Omar Amir.
Omar Amir, former tag team champion, Country Boy Brewing Kentucky heavyweight champion, heavyweight champion, guys. The man has done it all.
Done it all and then some. One half of the former team Beaches and Cream now in solo action here tonight. Omar Amir.
And his opponent accompanied by Shannon the Dude and representing the Overmen. He is the Indian Lion, Mahabali Shira.
More mountain than man. Immovable, strong, everlasting. All those words can describe Mahabali Shira.
All that and then some. The Indian Lion, former national heavyweight champion, former OVW heavyweight champion, one of the best to ever step foot inside an OVW ring. Going to be looking to prove himself here tonight.
A standout star on the Wrestler Series, now streaming on Netflix. Mahabali Shira, a man who knows how to get the job done when the lights on DC Productions shine their brightest.
Good plug there, Brian. I like it.
No, they're lights. They're not plugs. They have plugs, but they're lights.
Oh, okay.
Mahabali Shira going into it here with Omar Amir. The thing about Omar Amir is he's way stronger than he looks. That man is basically just solid steel when he's in that ring.
Omar Amir, pound for pound, one of the strongest men in the OVW locker room, but he's also got that explosive tenacity, Josh, that can come out of nowhere. He can just switch gears faster than almost anyone we've ever seen.
Oh, trust me, I am well aware. Old Caribou Lou there threw me over his head more times than I can count.
Oh, got a monstrous belly-to-belly suplex, but a heart that barely fits in the halls of Davis Arena. Omar Amir, though, in for a battle tonight against Mahabali. Oh, Shira.
What a drop kick from Omar Amir.
Absolute huge agility. Somehow able to leapfrog the big man and then a drop kick right to the face.
Oh, tried to go for that splash, but Shira just grabbed him right by the throat, got him goozled here.
But Omar Amir fighting out of it, guys. This pendulum sort of back and forth makes you wonder, who is the strongest out of these two? They're both like juggernauts, but hold on.
And again, Shira has Amir by the throat.
Good Lord, did you see the height on that choke slam?
Just manhandling Omar Amir.
Ferocious chokeslam by the Indian Lion with Shannon the Dude standing at ringside, looking on proudly as his Overman destroys Omar Amir.
Just a dismantling chokeslam, and Omar Amir, now you can see the look in his eyes, guys. He is dazed. Shira, just such a dominating force. Dominated every sense of that word.
Mahabali Shira now stalking Omar Amir and just pulling him by his ear back up to his feet.
Humiliation on top of the beating that he's received so far. Continues his dominance, does the Indian Lion.
Omar Amir seemingly playing that role of Sisyphus, trying to roll that rock up the hill, but Shira just pushing it back down at every turn.
Well, I thought Shira was going to go for a rather cocky pin there. Instead, just standing on the throat of Amir and now trying to drive him into that cable, pulling all the wind out of his body.
Not trying. He is succeeding. Look at that pressure. No, come on, Shannon the Dude.
Oh, now you talk about pressure. That is a devastating choke there by the manager of champions.
Shannon the Dude, seemingly useless there at ringside, but Josh, even if it doesn't hurt physically, it's got to be demoralizing.
Yeah, demoralizing is the way I would put it. If Shannon the Douche put his hands on me, I'd feel the same way.
Of course it hurts physically. Have you seen the guns on Shannon the Dude? You can't see because that jacket's on.
You're an idiot. Omar Amir trying to tee off on Mahabali Shira, but Shira might have just knocked him out.
Continuing the violence on the ground here, the Indian Lion laying waste to the Caribbean King.
Shira raining down on Omar Amir here. Might just be him. Oh, I was going to say a matter of time, but Omar Amir, you can never count him out, guys. So much freaking heart. I mean, we know what's at stake here. Trying to climb the ladder of the OVW Heavyweight Championship division. And Josh, what would it mean for Omar Amir, a man who lost his heavyweight championship to Jack Vaughn, to get another shot at it?
It would mean the world to Omar Amir to have that, to get himself back up to the very top of the mountain here in OVW. And Amir now firing on all cylinders.
As much as Amir wants to get to the top, there is a dearth of competition. Tony Gunn, Cash Flow, Mahabali Shera, so many more scratching their way towards the championship glory.
The exploder suplex on Shera. Are you kidding me? The tenacity of Omar Amir.
Mahabali Shera in the corner. Omar Amir loading up. Big splash.
Folks, we are defining the OVW heavyweight division moving forward tonight. We just saw Tony Gunn with the win over Darkstorm. Omar and Shera right now. Cashflow Revolver later. Can Omar move up the rankings?
Well, hang on. Shera feigning an eye injury. Shannon the Dude trying to assist. Oh!
Hold on. Did you see that, though?
Oh.
Luscious pulling down Shannon. In an attempt to save Omar, it actually pulled Omar down on that top turnbuckle.
That was inadvertent. Shannon had a hold of Omar Amir's ankle.
Inadvertent or not, Omar Amir is in big trouble.
Hold on, Sky High.
Your winner, Mahabali Shera.
Shera moving up the ranks in the OVW Heavyweight Championship division, but what was that miss? Luscious pulling down Shannon, but inadvertently pulling out Omar.
Luscious was trying to get his hands on Shannon the Dude. Shannon had a death grip on the ankle of Omar Amir.
Regardless of what Luscious thinks, he knows that he was involved in that finish. He was somewhat responsible for what happened to Omar Amir.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
America, home of the free. Free is our favorite word. Like free refills. We get it. That's why at Morgan & Morgan, our fee is free. That means you don't pay anything unless we win your case. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
It's free!
Welcome back to the world-famous Davis Arena. We've got so much still to come tonight, Steve.
You're absolutely right. We've still got Adam Revolver, the overest of the overmen against Cash Flow, and a huge main event. But let's talk about October 21st, Josh.
That's right. It is officially getting into spooky season. And October 21st, OVW, No Rest for the Wicked, the return of the Nightmare Cup.
Folks, you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a boo-tiful night of action. No Rest for the Wicked. Tickets are on sale tomorrow. But folks, let's go ahead and get into the action and move on with the show. There's only one man who can get us there. Eric, my man, tell him who's fighting.
Right, I'll be glad to. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Shannon the Dude, and representing the Overmen. He's from Montgomery, Alabama, Adam Revolver.
Adam Revolver, the pale prince of the Overmen, and the first defector from the faction.
In for the fight of his life here tonight. Cash Flow, as we said, looking to make his name atop the OVW Heavyweight Championship division once again.
Cash is king.
And his opponent from south of Wall Street, the proprietor of the Chop Shop, Cash Flow.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this overwhelming crowd is telling me the Chop Shop is absolutely open for business tonight.
The OVW faithful love some Cash Flow. And they equally dislike Adam Revolver, and that makes me happy.
How could they possibly dislike Adam Revolver?
It's simple.
He looks great, he smells great, he's funny,
Why
charming.
are you smelling Adam Revolver?
It's hard not to.
Does he know this?
He's pungent.
Are you getting into his gear bag?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, you got me.
Guys, you can say what you want about Revolver. He's a former OVW heavyweight champion, and he's in the top 10 contenders list. Cashflow looking to move up the ladder, though, at the expense of Adam Revolver here tonight.
Adam Revolver hoping that this OVW faithful keeps their mouth shut, doesn't remind Cash Flow about those chops.
Adam Revolver, a more than Triple Crown champion here in OVW. But I don't think Adam Revolver has any clue that what Cash Flow is going to do to him here tonight.
Now, guys, we've been talking about throughout the night the OVW Heavyweight Championship picture being painted tonight. We saw Tony Gunn beat Eric Darkstorm. We saw Shearer beat Omar Amir, moving back up the rankings. Cashflow now in there against Adam Revolver. And guys, this all took place because Jack Vaughn made a point. All three of these men go to the back of the line, that beat all three of them at the same time.
Jack Vaughn standing extra tall as the OVW Heavyweight Champion, looking on tonight. Adam has had enough.
Oh, Revolver getting shoved to the mat.
You're not going to win a game of strength against Cash Flow, Adam.
Cash Flow so strong, but also so fast and agile. You see how quick making it to that top rope. And Adam Revolver getting out of dodge.
Adam Revolver skittering away like a cockroach when you hit the lights.
Running the hell away as he should, otherwise he's going to have a 340-pound missile shot at him.
Well, folks, you're seeing right there, looking up how intimidating it is to look up at Cash Flow. Imagine looking up and the man's on top of the freaking turnbuckle about to jump on you.
I have. We lost the Tag Team Championship because of it. It sucked.
Yep.
It took me like 2 months to get over the cracked rib, but Adam Revolver's gonna get way more than cracked ribs once Cash Flow opens the chop shop on that pale chest.
Oh, hold on.
My God, the strength of the big man.
Oh, God.
Light work, says Cash Flow.
Bit of a throwaway slam, but not without the full drop there. Cash Flow just dropping Revolver like a bad habit.
Well, that's the power of Cash Flow. He doesn't have to drop back. He's just gonna fling you.
And Revolver with a brilliant counter right to the throat of the big man.
And here's the difference between these two guys. Revolver takes any shortcut he can. A career made on cheating, but Cash Flow, a man who's earned respect not just from the roster, but from the OVW fans, and now from people across the world as a featured member of the cast on Wrestlers on Netflix.
Shannon, the dude, I was gonna say, he better get down before Cash takes his head off too.
No, they needs to stay up there then. I'd love to see that.
Face eraser into the turnbuckle from Cash.
Might be an improvement for Adam Revolver. Cash Flow going right back to it, rearranging the facial features.
Not mad about it. Probably the best thing that could have possibly happened.
The beautiful face of Adam Revolver is getting rearranged right in front of our very eyes.
I wish you'd come out here and rearrange your face.
Revolver, one more of those away from being a Mr. Potato Head. Cash Flow looking to chop the lights out of him.
Cash is going to leave fingerprints on the pale prince of the Overmen here tonight.
Well, folks, it's not quite, you're right, Josh, it's not quite Christmas, but Adam Revolver may walk out of here looking like a candy cane if Cash Flow gets his hands on him. Oh, now Shannon the Dude again up on the apron, causing the distraction.
Shannon, that fly in the ointment yet again, allowing Adam Revolver to sneak attack Cash Flow here.
But how many times can you go back to that well, guys? How many times can you use Shannon as a distraction? Oh, hold on.
Oh, please, Cash.
Shannon!
Shannon's so proud of himself, but in a bad way here.
Get out of there, Shannon!
Oh!
Cash, we're looking to chop Shannon, but again, the distraction allows Revolver to capitalize with that chop block.
Revolver,
chop block.
Yeah, going for that chop block to the back of the knee, but it looked more like a shoulder to the back of the hamstring, which can tear all kinds of muscles.
Especially when you got that upper body weight and size of Cash Flow. Those legs are pivotal. Oh, hold on. Cash Flow just too strong. Revolver, no matter how much he goes after those legs, can't overpower Cash Flow.
Cash sends Revolver for the ride into the corner. Big scoop and a slam by Flow.
Cash Flow feeling it here, guys. The crowd, you feel the aura, you feel it. Looking for a chop here.
Well, Adam Revolver going down. Cash not satisfied. Cash wants another one. So do all of the fans in the Davis Arena.
Adam, do not give them the satisfaction out of...
No!
God, the thudding ones hurt so much worse.
It's like an itch. Caswell had to scratch it. What a chop on the chest of Adam Revolver.
Revolver reeling. What the?
You gotta admire the chutzpah of Revolver
No,
here.
he's a brilliant man. He's obviously got something planned up. Maybe not.
Revolver up and over. Oh! Caswell! A third one to grow on for Adam Revolver. Revolver's chest has to be on fire right now, guys. And Josh, you know, when your chest is on fire, that it disorients you. You can't think straight.
Not at all, as Cash chops Adam Revolver down to size.
Ooh, look at Adam Revolver's chest.
Revolver just said to hell with it.
Revolver grabbing the timekeeper's bell.
Revolver trying to use a weapon here, tired of having his chest turned into hamburger meat. Oh, are you kidding me? Adam Revolver just threw down Eric Cornish, our ring announcer.
Well, Cal HERRO
out of nowhere, coming out here attacking Revolver.
We can't call for the bell. Eric Cornish is down, but Daniel Spitzer waving it off.
Referee himself ringing the bell, throwing this match out, it seems like.
Cal HERRO just chased Revolver to the back.
Well, hold on. Referee Daniel Spitzer clearing some things up here. Cashflow, not a definitive win. There was no definitive win. That's not going to help him go up the ladder. Cashflow going to have to find another way to that OVW Heavyweight Championship because that loss, that doesn't help him. The race still going, but Tony Gunn and Shera taking an early lead.
Well, Cash is falling behind Shera and Gunn. He's going to have to work way harder to try to catch up.
Hard work's not a thing Cashflow is not familiar with.
When pain or an injury is keeping you from the game of life, we want to help you get back to your golf game, your yoga game, to the backyard games, the home games, back to the fun and games. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy, official physical therapy provider of Bellarmine Athletics and the trusted choice for keeping you in the game.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, a brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow, the wrestling brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, the OVW National Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Peptacular, Jesse Goddard. Mr. Goddard, I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule to be here with us tonight. And honestly, management wanted to do something a little different with you tonight. We're all very well aware of who world-renowned superstar is, Jesse Goddard. But how'd you get there? Tell us about young Jesse Goddard, the motivations, the aspirations, the upbringing.
Is this what everybody wants to hear right now? I have nothing prepared. It definitely feels a little bit different out here tonight. Is that fair to say? It's almost like something changed. Something changed from me coming from Iowa as a little boy, growing up, seeing the big lights, seeing the superstars, seeing the professional wrestlings of that day, and now becoming one here at OVW in front of all of you.
Well, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Jesse, because, I mean, yeah, you were a young man who rocked it out of Iowa, and you had an early wrestling career. Didn't necessarily start here at OVW. You have accolades abound in professional wrestling.
Yes, I've had a lot of success. You guys all have televisions, and you've probably seen me on many other networks. Is that accurate, everybody? CBS's Big Brother. There's been some Amazon series. Guys, I'm trying to tell you about my life right now. It's okay. Primetime Pex is here. When I left that world, which is literally all the other opportunities, I answered a phone call. That phone call came from Al, which brought me back here.
Jesse, I think I wouldn't be speaking out of turn to say since you returned a couple years ago, you helped redefine OVW. You put the company on your shoulders and took it to new heights. What do you feel about the OVW that was and the OVW that has been since your return?
I've built it. I'm the reason these individuals in the back are having the success that they are due to the fact that I brought more networks, more exposure, more opportunities. On that other end of the phone call, they don't stop coming just because I'm here at OVW. What used to happen was I would make more money. I would have more opportunities such as this championship that I've held for how long, Brian? Do your job here?
Hundreds of days at this point, the longest cumulative reign in heavyweight championship history in OVW.
Facts. 3 different times, if I'm not mistaken. I'm a 3-time OVW National Heavyweight Champion before you. I've had other championships in other federations where I was a multi-champion. And I brought all that success, notoriety, and experience here to display for you.
Well, Jesse, you've been incredibly successful in your career, but recently you tried sharing that success, as we'll say. You built a formidable faction, the likes of which OVW has not seen before. But now you sit here alone, and some would say betrayed by the team you brought to the dance.
I was betrayed.
Excuse me, I'm a little bit sick. Very compelling interview. Jesse Godders, you sat down, you told your story, you controlled the narrative, so to speak. But what is your truth is not necessarily the truth. The truth is that IEC3 came to OVW on your recommendation. Why? Because he thought I was going to watch your back, which I did. Only till the time was right to strike. I am a businessman. I'm from a business family. I am a Carter. Recall these things. The world needs us, and sometimes a businessman has to make a hostile takeover when the stock peaks. And here we are with Ohio Valley Wrestling featured on the biggest streaming service on the planet Earth. Windle, swindle, canoodle my way into, therefore take what you built. But guess what? Coffee and Netflix are for closers, Jesse, and you are not a closer. You are, I hate to say it, you're a loser, and I know how much it's gonna hurt your feelings for me to call you a loser because you're handsome, you're rich, you're successful, and you're talented. But the fact of all those attributes does not take away the fact you're a loser, because you lose everything you hold close. What do you hold close? You lose. The faction. You lost us. Why? Because I took over. I showed them leadership. They are now the overman. What else can you lose? Oh, you are the Ohio Valley National Champion, the most prestigious champion in that territory. On the world, by the way. Well, if you stick around, if you keep messing with us, maybe you'll lose that. But what is truly the most important, absolute pinnacle of what you love the most that I can take from you? Your vanity. Jesse, you are obsessive, you are compulsive, you are obnoxious over just something as simple as aesthetics, that within this threat and this threat alone, I will regale you back to the timeline of history. You go your way, we will go ours. So Jesse Godders, if you try anything, if you come for me, if you come at us, if you come with any intention to stop, thwart, beat the overmen, I'll take from you what you love the most. Your face. And thus spoke EC3.
You think this is a joke? I'm the one that's built this